Imagine you are sitting near a fire at night. Beyond the small circle of orange light, everything is dark. The trees are not shapes anymore. They are a wall of black space, full of things your eyes cannot reach. Then you hear it. A small sound in the bushes. Not loud, not clear, just enough to tell you that something moved. For an ancient human, that moment was not a jump scare. It was a survival test. Today you can hear a strange sound in your house and feel the same old switch turn on. A pipe knocks behind the wall. A floorboard creaks in another room. Something falls in the kitchen when you are sure nobody is there. Before you know what happened, your body changes. Your heart moves first. Your breath becomes smaller. Your muscles tighten. Your attention leaves everything else and flies toward the sound. The strange part is that your mind may still be catching up. You do not decide to react. The reaction arrives before the explanation, and that is the question. Why can one small, uncertain sound still make a modern body behave as if danger is close? For most of human history, sound was not decoration. It was information. Long before walls, locks, cameras, police, streetlights, or insulated rooms, humans lived inside a world that constantly spoke through sound. A branch snapping could mean a heavy animal moving nearby. A rustle in grass could mean prey, a predator, or another person. Footsteps could mean someone from your group returning, or someone who did not belong. Birds becoming silent could mean something had entered the area. The crackle of fire could mean safety, but also a warning that the fuel was changing. Wind, water, insects, animal calls, and distant movement were not background noise. They were part of the map. Ancient humans probably did not panic at every sound. They lived close to sound and understood many patterns far better than most of us do. But a sound that did not belong mattered. An unfamiliar sound could pull the body into a different state, not because early humans were weak, because ignoring the wrong sound could be fatal. In the first seconds after a strange sound, the most intelligent move may not have been to run. It may have been to stop. Freezing looks like doing nothing from the outside. But inside the body, it is a very active response. Stillness makes less noise. It keeps dry leaves from cracking under your feet. It makes your breathing easier to control. It gives the ears a cleaner signal. It gives the eyes time to search the edge of darkness. It may also keep you from revealing exactly where you are. So an ancient person near a fire may have gone quiet. Their head may have turned slightly. Their breathing may have paused. Their hand may have moved toward a spear, stone tool, or a burning branch. A child may have been pulled closer. Another adult may have looked up at the same moment. The group may have become silent before anyone said a word. This is one reason strange sounds feel so powerful. They do not ask the body for permission. They reorganize the room. Conversation stops. Movement stops. Attention narrows. The body becomes a listening machine. From a survival point of view, this makes sense. The brain often has to act before it has complete information. If every uncertain sound were ignored, real danger would arrive too late. If every uncertain sound were treated as possible danger, most alarms would be false. But false alarms are cheap compared with one missed predator. This is the old imbalance built into fear. It is usually safer to be wrong in the direction of caution. A rustle that turns out to be wind costs a few seconds of tension. A rustle that turns out to be teeth, claws, or an enemy could cost everything. So the nervous system seems designed to prepare early. It does not wait politely for proof, it hears uncertainty and starts building predictions. What made sound especially strange was that it could come from beyond sight. A dangerous shape in front of you is frightening, but at least it has edges. An unclear sound in the dark has no body yet. It is only a hint, and hints are where imagination becomes useful. The mind fills the empty space because empty space is dangerous. A creak becomes a presence. A branch snap becomes intention. A half-heard movement becomes a possible body moving closer. This does not mean the mind is foolish. It means the mind is trying to finish a picture before the world reveals it. In an ancient landscape, that early picture may have saved lives. The sound did not have to be loud. Sometimes the most important signal was small. A sudden silence in insects could matter. Bird calls stopping at once could matter. A change in the rhythm of animals could matter. Even the absence of sound could become a message. To survive, humans had to notice not only what was heard, but what had suddenly disappeared. This made listening social. Ancient humans rarely survived as isolated individuals. A strange sound at the edge of camp affected the whole group. One person might hear it first. Another might watch the children. Someone else might check the direction of the wind. Someone might move closer to the fire. Someone might scan the darkness beyond the others. Without a long discussion, bodies could coordinate. Fear was not only private, it was shared attention. A group that became quiet together could hear more. A group that trusted each other's reactions could respond faster. A group that ignored every warning might not remain a group for long. This is why the sound in the dark is not just about fear. It is about belonging. It is about knowing who listens with you. Now compare that world to the one most of us live in. Today, many strange sounds are harmless. The refrigerator hums, the elevator groans, The pipes knock, the phone vibrates. The upstairs neighbor drops something on the floor. A car door closes outside. An app makes a tiny sound and your body turns toward it. The old system does not always know the difference. It hears interruption. It hears uncertainty. It hears something out of place. And for a moment, the body prepares as if the world still has teeth. This is the modern mismatch. We change the soundscape faster than the nervous system could change itself. Instead of wind, animals, fire, water, and footsteps, we live with engines, alarms, notifications, machines, speakers, ventilation, and distant traffic. Many of these sounds do not carry clear meaning. They interrupt, but they do not explain themselves. They make the body orient again and again. They make the mind ask, what was that? Sometimes they keep us alert even when nothing is truly happening. That is why silence can also feel strange now. In an older world, silence could be restful when it belonged to the landscape. But silence could also be a sign that something had changed. Modern silence is different. It is often filled with tiny mechanical sounds. The buzz of electricity, the hum of a building, the faint vibration of a phone. The brain keeps listening for a pattern it can trust. And when the pattern is unclear, it keeps scanning. This may be one thing modern humans have lost. Not safety, because ancient life was often far more dangerous, but a readable soundscape. A world where many sounds belonged to visible causes. A world where night sounds came from wind, animals, people, fire, rain, and distance. Modern sound can be constant, artificial, and meaningless. It can make us alert without giving us a story. It can make the body respond without giving the mind closure. So maybe the problem is not that we are too sensitive. Maybe we are carrying a system that was shaped for a world where small sounds had consequences, a system that freezes first and explains later, a system that treats uncertainty as worth noticing, a system that knows attention can be the difference between safety and danger. For ancient humans, a strange sound in the dark could change everything. It could mean predator, enemy, injury, separation, or death, so the body learned not to wait for certainty. We still live with that body. That may be why a small noise can freeze you, why silence can feel tense, why your mind reaches for danger before proof. Maybe some part of you is still sitting near the fire, still facing the dark beyond the light, still listening like a human who once had to survive the night.